Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. And we are underway here in Silicon Valley. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
That's the man from Oregon. This is Jordan James. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Dallas Turner on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. First carry for the Auburn O-line. Hank Bigsby. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, that's a throw by Rourke. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Vikings have the takeaway. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. First and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
Straight ahead, it's James. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
To the air now, 2nd down, and here is Rourke. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Niners first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Rourke. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here is Rourke. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
Cougar 19.
Here's James. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
One more time with James. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Liking 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now Rourke. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. That one is good. And the 49ers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. McCarthy to the air on second down. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Third down and 3. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
A 2-yard gain.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
He'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
They're on the 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with James. And this will wind up a Niners first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 30.
12 yards.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. Got to imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
So, a couple of first downs will give them first and 10. They're at the 41. To the air, it's Rourke. They set up the screen to James. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Throwing on second down. Work. Open receiver, the former Gator, Ricky Pearsall. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Cougar 19. 18, Pioneer.
Here's Rourke. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
A run up the middle with James. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
The 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Work. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. A first down.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
James. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal.
Set. Lightning 18.
To throw is Rourke. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
3rd and goal.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Here we go, set.
Rourke to throw it on 3rd and goal. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. This one complete to Atwell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 16 yards. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
23 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. The kick is good. And the Vikings move out in front by a point. It's 7-6.
Will Riker is the kickoff for the Vikings.
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ground, it is James to start the drive. He'll push forward for about a yard. Blake Hashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. They'll throw with Rourke. Short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
3rd and 2. Here we go. He'll drop to throw. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. He didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On the ground is Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Gain of 17 yards.
17 yards, the gain there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hockenson on that one.
It leads to
and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And the Niners are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made, no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way.
Let's go.
From the gun, here is a run with James. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 1918.
Out of the gun, it's a throw by Rourke. He'll get that one to James. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
26 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play action, it is Rourke. Forced to his right. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. And it's a gain of 19 to the 19-yard line.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready. 6.
A run with James. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Ready.
They keep it on the ground with James. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
First and goal
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. 6. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's another shot from the 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Cowboy 80. Go.
From the gun, here is Rourke. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Dallas Turner. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of this first half.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
On 3rd and long, here is Rourke. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Rick Pearsall, touchdown San Francisco. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll run. This is Mason. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. That one down the field, but it is is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. It's second down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Throwing again is McCarthy. Moving outside the pocket, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up third and long. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Ryan Rico now. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And some nifty running on the return. But that's some good yardage before he was taken down.
At their own 30-yard line.
Okay, ready?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. A run. And here's Mason. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Left side here. Caught by Addison. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Let's go.
And the
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison, and it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Minnesota.
They'll turn and hand this one off. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 2. Now McCarthy. That's into the hands of Jordan Mason. Oh, he is defleeted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a shot.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Nick Bosa. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down. Off his foot, Mike, this ball was just never on target. He might have been hoping for it to work a little left to right, but it just didn't want to cooperate. It ends up staying wide left.
Running here is James. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To throw is Rourke. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Ready up.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Get it. 70s, take up.
They'll throw with Rourke. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Hold it ready.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Nice.
Off the bootleg. It's Rourke. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
It is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Now Rourke. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
14-yard line.
on the move at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw, outline, taken in by Pearson. He will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Rick Pearson, touchdown, San Francisco. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And he's not going to make it into the end zone. However, there is a flag down, so let's see what that's all about.
Set to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Moving left, now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
3rd down, they need 5. They'll put Addison in motion. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Out to his right. Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Checking it down, this one is caught. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. Task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
On the ready. Ready.
We'll go play action now with Rourke. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Go! Cougar 19.
Throwing on second down. Rourke. This one up top for Dobbs. And he will go all the way. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown. 49ers. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
He'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Bernardo Green there to bring him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. Now give on the ground. He's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
McCarthy to the air on second down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. from the 41. Here's second down and 4. To throw is McCarthy. A short one taken by Hopkinson. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
First and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
At the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's second and 6.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They'll stick to the run, and it's James again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So, third down, forthcoming.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Rourke going to throw it here on third down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
First and 10.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Straight ahead, it's James. Has some room inside the 30. And he'll be taken down. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Rourke. They set up the screen to James. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 1.
Third and a yard.
Set. Check go.
We try and run here with James. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on third and 1.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, They have no answers whatsoever.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. James trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. And even though it's second down, the field goal unit is coming up. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the 49ers will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. And now he's back out to kick it away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. Begin here on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Liking 18.
They'll go again with Robinson.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL